Hi everyone and welcome along to Sonic Academy with me, Chris Agnelli. Today we've got Phil sitting beside me.
Hi.
We're looking at Trance 2.0 in the Sonic Rewind course. And we've looked at drums and looked at bass, and now we're going on to the sort of breakdown pads and just atmosphere-y sort of sounds. But first, Phil, you're not happy with...
Over lunch we had a sort of just another wee blast at the Bluestone type bass.
Yeah, the buzzy bass.
And I found a couple of plugins. We tried Guitar Rig, which seems to work nicely, but if you don't have Guitar Rig, you can get these free plugins.
And I'll just show you where...
Now, they are a tiny bit crashy on occasion, so hopefully this doesn't crash. California Sun, Aura Plug, free torsion series. And basically they're just amp sims.
And that's the website there for you. It's auraplug.com/site. And the other one we're going to take a look at is possibly Studio Devil.
Yeah, Studio Devil's good as well.
So they've got a wee free plug-in here. If you see this British custom, British Valve custom.
And then we can edit the part of it as well. That kind of just gets you a bit closer there.
Do you want to have a listen to the original and compare it with that?
Yeah, go for it. Still not exactly right, but
but it's in
the ballpark.
In the ballpark.
That one's maybe still a bit brighter. But yeah, so that'll sort of get us a bit closer. Try and play around with some of that type of stuff.
So we're going to move on to pads, strings, the breakdown sort of areas.
Yep. So let me group. I'll get rid of this audio track and we'll group up our drums. And we will group our basses as well. And we can get rid of this.
Okay.
Okay. So let's.
So would you like me to take you through a couple of breakdowns and just
Yes,
get a
please.
quick picture? So the first one we'll look to is Adam's track again, the 1-2-1. So swamped and reverb.
Yep.
Chords are introduced. That sort of motif, that ding ding, this, is played throughout.
I am exposed by your radiation 2-1.
And the riff sort of kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's seems like there's a low, relatively finish, sort of vocally type pad maybe.
Okay, let's have
Is there, maybe am I
No. I mean, they seem like sort of bog standardy big.
Yeah, there's that big supercell, but there's something underneath.
The second time around, I've got this burning feeling. Something's coming
This bit you can hear
over me. Everything you say, it burns my skin. I am exposed by your radiation 2-1.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll have a listen then to Islands. So quite epic,
Yeah.
again.
Analog sounding strings.
Yeah, a real deep low notes.
Yeah.
Droning.
It's like a vocally thing.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you want to have a listen to any others?
No, we'll go with that
Okay.
and see what we can what we can do, let's go load in our Anna. So let's try and just get a simple low pad. I'm not gonna just build it from scratch because there's tons of presets
Pads, yeah.
here. Yeah. And our strings. Where is our keyboard? There we go. So we have this new warm saw waveform,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just let you hear the difference between this. I'll just save that there. So we've got fizzy strings with the warm saw, and then fizzy strings without. So it's just a slightly warmer saw, and it's a bit easier to work with.
It's just not as many upper harmonics there, yeah. So you've got three oscillators with the warm string, is that right? No, sorry, one
on 8.
two, no voices.
Yeah, I think just the one there.
So it's just one oscillator, and then a dab of
white noisy
white
type
noise,
stuff.
yeah.
And I definitely feel in those ones there's a bit of choiry sort of
Yeah.
stuff. So I'll maybe try a bit of grain voice. I'll turn this warm saw down just to see. Let's hear. I'll go play on the big keyboard.
So you definitely get the big warmth there. I think the other thing to note with these pads is there's, they're probably 7-8 notes of 2 notes of low, 4 notes of a chord. Is that?
Possibly. I'll try and get a progression in here, and
Okay.
I'll not spend too long. We'll be looking at the chords properly in the
Fast track build.
fast track build,
Okay.
but just to get something in for us to work with.
Perfect.
So just something pretty simple to work with.
Yeah.
Quantize that. Now that's just they're very simple chords in that. There's a root note, and then there's just 2 notes above, and actually the 2 notes are the same notes. I mean, you could change them about a bit if you wanted. And do you think that the sub on those pads is a separate sound?
I think sometimes, yeah, it is a separate sound. Yeah, it's a big warm drone.
So let's duplicate, and we'll take the chords out, and we'll I'm going to just extend these. I'll quantize the ends actually.
I know. It's the same in Logic, trying to quantize notes. And you've
Yeah, why are we missing notes there?
one has gone missing.
So that's a good bed for your
And would you sonically change the drone? No.
You could do maybe just I would maybe take the voice part of it out.
Yeah.
It's probably low enough.
I think you're in the right octave. Maybe, yeah. No, I
Yeah,
think
it's that
you're
low
losing it.
notes
Yeah,
too.
no, you're in the right octave.
Yeah, I think that's all
Okay.
you really need.
And then would you add in a third sort of evolving sort of vocally pad that's slowly LFOing in and out?
Yeah, we could do. So, yeah, that Bluestone thing has a sort of vocal, sounds like a vocal sample maybe.
It does actually sound like.
But
vocal
you can
sample.
you can get the same sort of effect.
And it kind of just weaves in and out.
So initialize preset, and we just turn the saw off, and Anna has some nice sort of choir stuff. Oh, you got the male choir. And you've also got these green voices.
Okay.
So the male choir I don't think is actually in tune for some reason. Yeah, it seems to be in tune now.
So is it the green voice?
Yeah, I think green voice is just. Oh, I know why. So I'm such a douche.
Key track.
Key track wasn't on yet.
It's so easy to do.
So we can just use something like this as a held note. Now,
Yeah.
the key that I'm in for the chords is just C, so.
So what would you do? Just get an LFO to affect that cutoff?
Yep.
Just to shimmer in and out? Just modulate that cutoff?
Yeah, get loads of delay on there.
Swamp it in reverb. Take out all the lows. And you're done.
So I've got a few bars of it there, and you could either go in to our plugin. We will configure, add the filter, then we can go in and add a clip envelope in here. So. That's maybe all you need is just a sort of like
Yeah, just a little swell at certain key points.
maybe a bit more movement, just sort of.
Just sitting there in the background.
Yeah,
What-
so it just creates that atmosphere.
Do you think you need any reverb on the sort of the filtered down pad? Does it?
Yeah, we can do that at the mix stage. I'm not too. It's
Not
not.
too worried.
Yeah.
Anything else you would do with pads?
The only thing that sometimes it sort of complements this type of. It's very similar to the voice thing, and it was sort of done when in whatchamacallit, chicane offshore.
Yeah.
Where although you've got a chord progression playing, you take the sort of root note of the chord with some suspended notes in it, and just like let it sort of filter up and over. So I'll just get a sort of string pad again. In actual fact, what we'll use is in the original factory bank, and these are actually created based on that idea. It was
strings
in pads. There was these chord pads. So the chord pads in Nano, we've got the chord memory thing. So these are just memories of chords. So
suspended chords, is it?
And there are various different ones, but they're sort of, they have a, they filter up.
Yeah.
So something like that. Maybe get a bit more super sols going on there with our warm saw.
And again, with that other grain voice we created and this filtering up at a different time, it just gives that evolving movement sense.
Yep, so let's play. So it's not actually the right chord yet.
The chord is going to be affected, yeah.
So I'm going to change this, and we will reset this and play this chord in.
C and F, G and C, is that correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, I don't know why that recorded in as a... Not sure why that's recording in funny, but let's see if we can find the right note. Create a longer release time on that, and then we'll just get this on the right place, and we'll make it 9 long as well. Oh, 8 bars long on the 9th. Just see if there's any other stuff on that release that's making it go down. So we've got the release on the filter, which will make it go down. It's getting loads of
Delays on it.
delay on there.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, so you've sort of got the, one string coming up, and then you've got the vocal one sort of coming in after.
Yeah, it makes it sound as it's evolving and ethereal, and then you could start filtering that warm saw up, and you would start to get a sense of here's something coming.
Yep. So let's rename these. So call it light pad.
Sub
Pad.
pad. Green pad.
Like a voice
There you go.
pad. And offshore pad.
Cool.
And then we will group those and rename this pads.
Okay, everyone, that's a quick look at pads, and you can see how you can create, keep layering and layering. I think one thing I took from chatting with the guys in the interviews was that they layer and layer loads.
Yeah, I think as well for the pads, the drone. So, although we've got that chord structure moving, we've got that single drone, either a single drone chord or something else. That's what you get the spookiness or the suspendedness from, and that's what creates tension in your track. So I think that's really important.
So there you go. A quick look at pads. In the next one, we're going to take a quick look at the main super saws. Is that correct? Okay, no problem, guys. See you on the next video.